just want to say that Philly's a fucking bitch.
Music Matters. Today we have the whole interview. Everybody's here.
Let's go.
What do you even call this interview? Like
Squad and I don't know.
the LA,
posse,
the LA squad or the?
No,
It's not really the LA
not
squad.
Not that. Well, definitely not that.
No.
I'm saying
LA
like
squad.
Some goons. I'll say some goons. Squad.
little posse interview. I don't know. But we're here with artist Jake, artist Philly, manager Shane, and friend Mark.
Hell yeah.
How you guys feeling?
Great.
Great. You know, it's a nice Saturday. Had some.
It's kind of hot as fuck in here, to be honest.
We're sponsored by Bud Light, so you know.
That's
Yeah,
that
all
Post
Bud Light.
Malone, dude. Yeah, that's Post Malone's thing.
Yeah. Well.
We're not sponsored by Bud Light.
Yeah, we are. Get the hat here. You know, like he's drinking Bud Light.
Could you get in trouble for saying that?
So,
I'm drinking water.
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
You know
let's
Post
go.
Malone's fridge, they
okay,
restock it with Bud Light.
Oh, boy.
I mean,
Yeah.
he probably just gets free on free everything Bud Light. So.
Well, he's sponsored, so he gets
Yeah.
like as much Bud. Like he has like a Bud Light fridge, and they just come and they restock it like whenever he's done with it.
Probably has a Bud Light room, or it's just blue, just a blue room.
Blue light.
So
They
lit.
definitely hook it up.
Yeah.
I want that with Chipotle.
Wait,
Brand-
you
brand
want that
deal.
with Chipotle?
A brand deal where I can get free Chipotle.
Chipotle gives a tons of brand deals.
Hey, David Dobrik. I wonder if they cut that off with David
They
Dobrik.
did.
Probably did.
They did?
They did.
After all that?
Yeah, well-
I hope so.
I didn't even know he had a deal with them.
That's so
Do we even
funny.
want to talk about? I don't think we should even give him the energy about talking about. him.
David Dobrik?
Yeah, he.
I don't know, bro. I feel like we should give him the energy.
No,
No, he's not worth it.
he's not worth it.
Why? I mean, he's a shit ass.
Yeah.
But, like, that situation's interesting. You guys know who Sienna May is on
Who's-
TikTok?
No, who's that?
I don't know who that is.
Most people probably know who Sienna May is, you know? And she literally, like, sexually assaulted this other TikToker. Like, it's just like he's, like, passed out on a couch, and she's just fucking
the
grabbing
hell?
him and shit like that.
This was recorded?
Yes.
Whoa.
That's
And then
what
she
we talk
dropped
about.
the video. She's like, I did not sexually assault him. Like, well, and it's like, bruh.
I mean, no one
Fool's
can say,
literally
yeah, I
passed
did.
out, and then she's on top of him, like, grabbing his fucking dick.
Yeah,
Sounds like David Dobrik.
Exactly.
I feel like people nowadays, they see all that, they hear about all that shit, and see all that because of all the internet, you know. And that's why I think there's so many pros and cons to the internet. Let's talk about the internet
Is
for a
that a-
second.
is
here.
I
that
feel
a
like it's
pro?
100% a pro.
Yeah.
You think so?
Exposing? Dude,
Well,
exposing
figuring
shit
out like
people.
that, yeah.
But also think about it, like
But there's also bad exposing.
you see that
I mean, I know what
a
the
lot
whole
of kids
can-
will see them like, oh, look at that, look what they're doing. I want to do that too. You know, I'm just saying.
Dude,
When they're young.
I don't think
And they don't-
anybody
they don't-
looks at
they-
someone-
they-
No,
don't
it's probably
understand
like
that.
David Dobrik like that.
And
I'm
they don't
sorry.
understand that. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
I'm not saying talking
Also,
about David
wait.
Dobrik specifically, but I mean like.
Well, didn't he not even do it? He just filmed, or he knew about it, right? That's
Well,
why-
my understanding is that like he like put them in the room together, and then like he knew it happened, and I guess he posted a video. Well, like he posted the video knowing that happened in the video, and I guess the girl said like he could, but it's kind of the fact like it doesn't really matter. She says that like if you knew that happened, and it doesn't really make a difference whether or not she says you should post it. You really should post it.
Yeah, definitely. What the fuck? Bro,
It's a weird situation.
TikTok, sus.
What do you mean?
I love it, you know? Just half the videos are, like, about the wackest, like, dumbest shit. And half of them are fucking hilarious.
It's really entertaining though.
Yeah, it's really entertaining.
I deleted like the TikTok that I used to go through, or like just view TikToks, because I found like I would be scrolling and I would think it was like 10 minutes, but it would end up being like 35 minutes, like an hour.
Dude.
It's hella addictive.
So
You
addictive.
get a lot of cool ideas from there though.
Maybe what?
I get a lot of cool ideas from TikTok.
That's fair. That's another like
If
pro
you
to
want
social
to
media.
like to make TikToks or like what
Both.
kind of ideas?
Bro, to either go do something in my regular daily life or make TikToks.
I mean, there's a yeah. I mean, there's like positive stuff on there for sure. I mean, I guess that's the thing with anything too. It's like too much of one thing is bad, but there's positive aspects to everything, I guess.
I try to not overuse it because, like I was saying, like you can get really lost in that just swiping all day. It's designed to never stop.
It's
That's
like,
why it's called
Right.
TikTok, right? I
Exactly.
mean, it's kind of cliche.
bro, can we talk about how like Tinder was on that idea before TikTok, and
Wow.
they don't get the credit?
What idea?
What idea?
Like the whole swipe idea.
I mean, then Vine though was like that too, right? If I'm
Well,
not
yeah,
mistaken.
but I don't think Vine had like the vertical type thing, did they?
I don't remember. It's been a
Dude,
while.
neither does Tinder. Tinder sideways.
Well,
he's talking about
it's
just
sideways,
swiping
but it's the same
motion.
concept.
Swiping.
Like it's oriented differently, but
It's
you
just-
still just swipe and swipe
yeah,
and
it's
swipe.
literally just like it's like a
Like an
thing to
infinite
get you to
swipe.
see what's next. You know,
Yeah.
and you're always trying to see what's next.
And
Tinder's
it-
fucking addicting too.
I've never had Tinder, but
Hinge.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I've
If
never
you're in the
had Tinder
LA
either.
area, use Hinge. They don't believe me, but
It doesn't work. It
It-
does not work.
I don't
but you
use
gotta
Hinge.
admit it works for me though.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Why does it work for you?
Tinder's just funny.
I think it's honest because. Really know why? You want to say why you think?
How
it works for me?
successful has Hinge been for you though?
It works because I'm so tall. I think
yeah.
when I have 6'6" in my bio.
That's in your bio.
Yeah.
It says 6
like-
foot 6.
The preferences are very like specific.
Exactly. So I think
I feel like people are very like
these shrimps over here just don't get the love. But
Oh,
it's okay.
get
No.
What
Look
the
at
hell up, bro?
they're better looking than me though. Look at these guys. Look at this.
I
Nice.
mean,
Look at
yeah,
this.
it's
Look at
true.
this.
It's true.
Like I can never wear this. I can never wear this.
So what if Mark?
Respect.
So what if Mark was like 6'6"? How do you think his Hinge would be looking?
He probably wouldn't know how to fucking walk because
Dude.
it's harder than you think to be tall. You know, we're very uncoordinated
God,
people.
you're
Okay, dude.
You're
Tell
really
me what is
making
hard about
it
being
harder to
6'6"?
walk.
Explain to me what's
Yeah,
hard about being
I wouldn't
6'6".
know.
Okay, I'm not even that
6'6".
tall, but people taller than me. Like 6'6".
so.
6'6" is
What
tall.
about you?
Dude, I just like for instance, it's hard. I don't know. I'm not very good at cutting like with scissors. I'm not very good.
What the hell does that have to do with it, bro?
What do you mean?
What does that have to do with being
that's his soft
6'6",
start being
dude?
6'6". Hey,
Cutting
any
with
girl's
scissors,
gonna
dude?
give me the time of day, but I can't use scissors. You know, like what is?
Also, you hit your head on fucking everything, and that's the truth.
That's
I used to
Oh,
bust.
yeah.
I used to.
That's
Yeah,
how.
that
I
makes
used to
sense.
bust tables and.
Oh my, the lights,
Spaghetti
bro.
Factory.
Even I did that,
Yeah,
and I'm
dude.
5'8".
Every time I just get up and just dink, and people are like, "Oh my god, you okay?" Or like every fucking 5 seconds,
Yeah,
you
that's
walk.
tough,
Every
bro.
time you walk around, people are like, "Oh, do you play basketball? Oh, you play?" I'm like, God damn it, dude.
I'd
I'm
be
like,
like,
I
yeah.
had like this celebrity.
I'm like,
oh,
no.
God, please.
I'm like, no, I fucking play music. That's what I do. I'm a musician. I'm in the music industry, and I'm like, yes, I'm like, yes, I do play basketball for fun,
So you
and
find
yes,
it-
I will dunk on everyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, let's pause on that one.
All
Let's
right.
take it back.
Can you dunk?
No.
I can dunk. Mark's seen me dunk before.
I've seen it one time, yeah.
What do you
See,
like dunk?
I can
That was
dunk.
years ago.
Can you like yam or can you just like
That was
barely
literally.
get
I can just
That was
dunk.
literally
I
3
can,
years
yeah.
ago.
You
No.
can't still do it.
3 years ago?
Look,
I
man.
wanna see.
I think that was like
I wanna see.
2.5.
Two.
2.5.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Okay.
Bro, what was that shirt you had, like that rec league you were playing?
Oh yeah.
Tice Valley.
I'm a champion. I'm a champion wrestling player. You know, and it speaks for itself. It really does because
itself?
it has like the little triangle right here
Bro,
with like champion.
I remember I slid to one of his games, dropped 30, and then dipped and never came back. Like that's what happened.
I remember playing.
He also had 0 assists and 0 rebounds. So
That's not true
Who,
at all.
who cares? Yeah. Well, it depends what the final score of the game was. If it was like
Did we
60 or something,
yeah,
I think we won. We came back and won.
Mhm.
And I scored on this like big ass dude, and I was just like, wow. But people are good out there. They were good.
is it
Tice?
like all ages?
Ranges.
Yeah. No, I think it's 18 up. But a lot of the people there were like 23, 24, like have played in.
Yeah, me and Jake were the
Good
youngest on our teams.
Oh yeah, dude, by far.
I used to go run fives at like NorCal courts. Like it was kind of just like an open gym type shit. Like you just pull up and you can
That shit's
play.
fun though.
It's super fun, dude.
Just playing fives is just such a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never let
Really is.
I don't think I'll ever stop playing basketball for fun.
Until your knees
No.
blow out.
Yeah, until my knees
It's
blow
not a
out.
very lifelong sport, to be
But I
honest.
don't play that much. You played in high school, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It was an interesting experience.
Did you play in college?
I like practiced. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
So I didn't like travel with the team, but I practiced with the team.
Uh-huh. That would be tough, bro. And I don't think I could ever like commit to playing a college sport. It's just so it's like a half a life
Well,
commitment,
It's a lot
bro.
of time.
I
Yeah.
was not nearly good enough, right? But if I were to be offered like a full roster spot, I'd have to do like take drug tests
Damn.
very often.
Wah, wah,
That would be
wah,
tough.
In
wah.
Humboldt,
God,
dude,
man.
it was just not the move. And they just had like 10
There's
guys.
no way they give you actual drug tests
Yeah,
at Humboldt.
they did.
That's why.
Bro,
there was,
but,
like,
but are you gonna tell me there's nobody else on the team that like
none of the-
smoked
no,
weed?
They didn't smoke. They couldn't. They did in the
That's
summer.
crazy.
But
Kind of suspicious to me.
It's Humboldt.
It's
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah.
How?
There's got to be a way, dude.
Humble, dog.
There's a way.
I'm telling
College
you,
athletes, bro,
Had
they're
it
pretty
has.
smart too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
They
I'm
have
sure they
connections.
get away. Yeah, I'm sure some
You
of
know?
them like do stuff to get away with it. But a lot of the guys that I knew, they're just like, nah, I just don't smoke. Because it kind of fucks with your game too if you smoke a lot.
I mean, still, you're in Humboldt, though. It's like just being. in, like,
it's just a
LA,
part
so-
of being there, right?
Yeah, just a part of being there.
Not- not for the athletes,
What else
bro.
is there to do?
Not for the athletes,
If you're gonna be surrounded in nature, you don't want to smoke weed.
I guess.
I guarantee you,
I mean, I definitely
if
do.
we were to look up a poll of how many college athletes smoke versus how many don't, I guarantee you more smoke and probably none. that don't.
Whoa, I don't know about.
Yeah.
Well, where are you talking about? Like across
in
America?
general,
Yeah, I doubt
America.
that.
You doubt it?
I would
Yeah,
say
I would
less
say-
than half.
Dude,
Yeah,
they like
I agree with
vigorously drug test athletes.
In California, I would say over 70%, or like,
Probably,
or at least over 60.
I mean, it's California.
Dude, if you do,
Yeah.
if you smoke weed, like
Sorry, I know that's illegal. If you're
Oh,
18 plus,
okay, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Well,
that's
most states
fair.
are illegal now. Crazy.
Is that how many states?
is
I
it?
know,
Yeah,
more than, I know it's more than half. I don't know the exact number.
I'm gonna search
But
it up.
It's a lot.
it's more than half.
I'm pretty sure.
And it's like 63 states out of 50. I'm just-
What?
I'm,
What?
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Just
chill.
I'm
say-
kidding. I'm kidding.
What?
I think it's like what, like 27 or some shit like that.
I was like 33 or something.
I don't know.
I don't understand how it works if
Yeah,
like
stop-
something's
stop
passed
eating this damn
federally.
pretzel. Motherfucker, good.
If something's passed federally, how it's still a delegated power. Like if marijuana is legal in America, how can certain states outlaw it? That doesn't make it. Just doesn't.
It's
I
just
don't understand
federalism,
it.
bro.
But I understand.
just
Well,
the-
I understand the concept of that.
Yeah,
But
so
like,
the states
so,
outside the
like,
states
that's
of
specific
Muslim-
fully
State
laws.
medically and recreationally legal. There's 17 states, but like
17.
just medically, there's like a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's really, dude. I remember when I was 18, I went on there to get a med card, and all I had to do was just like, oh, state your pain. I was like, I had back pains, and then I got on a call with the doctor, like, oh, why do you need to smoke, or like, why do you need this? I'm like, my back hurts from just being so tall, and they're like,
that's what you said.
okay, here's your card.
No, it's like
There
30
it
bucks
is.
to get one.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's how
It's
they
like,
call it being
that's what
tall,
I'm saying.
back
Basically,
pain.
if it's legal medically, it might as well be legal recreationally.
If you
because-
currently,
Well, yeah.
the whole thing that I used to trip off of the med card was like if you own a med
You
card
can't get a government job.
and you can't have a gun,
Yeah.
but
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
You
yeah,
can't, no.
which
Can't
is really
But
dumb.
if you're 21 to smoke recreationally, you can.
Exactly.
you
Makes
only
no
have laws,
sense.
Exactly.
You never know. You might smoke a blunt and then
There's
go
so
straight
many
to school.
loopholes. There's so many loopholes, bro.
And that's why America's
Weird.
fucked.
How do they not think of that? That's crazy.
I never
Love it,
understood
but,
the
you
whole you can't get a government job if you get a med card thing. Why should something be legal if it's gonna take permissions away from you in that sense? Like that doesn't make very much sense to me.
Well, just don't work for the government.
That's totally fine. Not too hard.
Yeah, bro. That's like I don't know. I don't think I could ever work
Yeah,
for the government.
Not to knock anyone that does. You know, my mom works for the government, but yeah.
Well, no.
There's like people who like husbands or like wives that like work for the government and they like can't tell like their spouse like about what they do at work. That would be so awkward. I
That'd
feel
be
like
crazy.
that'd be
dude.
so
That's like
weird.
a weird life. That's a weird life.
Like just coming home and like, oh honey, what'd you do at work today? Sorry,
Shut
I can't
the fuck
tell you. Sorry.
Don't fucking
I can't
ask.
tell you. Like that would be so weird to me.
That's like some hidden spy movie shit where you just can't tell them about your whole
Yeah,
alternate life.
exactly.
Hey, speaking of hidden government shit, where the aliens at? We've been seeing a lot of them recently.
Well, they could be in Area 51. They could also be in the sky, coming with their UFOs and whatever. We see
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
there's
videos
hella
on TikTok.
UFOs these days, man.
When
I just see
Wait,
them,
when are
see
the
them all over
documents
social
coming
media,
out?
dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's talk about this. Do you guys believe in the multi-universe?
Yeah,
Some
I do.
multiverse?
The
Multi-universe.
The multiverse.
Same shit,
We're
whatever.
like-
I don't even know exactly what
Multi-universe.
It's like
God.
it's a theory about parallel worlds, about how there's another version of how something else can happen in a different reality, but slightly differently. For example,
Like imagine we're in a bubble and you go outside our bubble and there's other bubbles in other universes.
It's like there's like another universe where this is red instead of
exactly.
green.
There's an infinite amount of universes, but it can also be drastic too. It could be one where like
But dude,
We're aliens.
this is how I feel about it. This is how I feel about it though. If that were to be real, there's no reason to think about it.
Can you imagine?
Like
I'm not laughing about
why
that
would you
as
even
well.
trip off of it? Why would you
That'd
even
be so
trip off
funny.
that?
What? It'd be hella funny. What you mean?
What? What'd you
You're
say?
white.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, shit, like, there's a world where I'm white, and there's a world where Shane's Asian. Like, think about that. Like,
For Shane's short. Shane's like
Exactly.
5'1".
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I probably would like that Shane more.
A lot of people would not be as friendly to me.
Probably not. Yeah.
What do you mean? You think people are friendly just because you're tall?
I think so, honestly.
Why
Because,
though?
okay, not only because I'm tall, because I found a good stat. People that are guys that are over like 6'4" have like a 75% higher chance of like becoming CEOs in businesses and stuff
Did
like
you
that.
make this up or did
No,
you
I
just-
think
No,
you look it up.
it's true.
I would imagine that's
because,
because power.
apparently people think that taller people have, you know, are like closer to God. Like, you know, they always tell the truth. They're more trustable, believable. They're like they're just, I don't know. It's where you can look it up. It's an actual study. Like it's crazy, and I think that's why a lot of people won't necessarily be my friend, but they will definitely not like distance themselves from me.
And I also feel like just short dudes are just 90% of the time really annoying. Like
Yeah.
A little more like they're a little more like I have something to prove.
like below 5'8", you know.
Like
Wow.
Mark. It's okay. You
That's
know?
not That's just not true. That's just a false.
I feel
Yeah,
like
Mark's
that's true.
fine.
When I like the
5'11"?
margins.
Yeah, I'm 5'11".
Hey! 5'10".
I'm 5'8".
Barely 5'10".
You're not 5'10".
I am.
I think as long as you're taller than your
5'4".
girl, bro.
You said what?
As long as you're taller than your girl.
I'm taller than my
What
girlfriend.
if you
That's
don't
all
have a girl?
good.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
if you're
mean,
single.
just like in general.
I feel like
that's the only reason
you
you
never
need. That's
did
the
that.
only,
I'm
that's
short
the
as
only
shit
purpose
'cause
for
I'm
height,
single.
really.
Wait, well,
Yeah.
Mark, would you-
That's
would
the
you
only
live-
purpose for height.
Yeah. what other purpose are
Would
there?
you guys rather
So
be
now's
like
the time
7'5"
for you guys
or
to-
4'5"?
playing
Besides basketball and
Now's
other
the time
shit
for
like
you guys
that.
to rewind
Besides
that and just
basketball.
listen again. what
Grabbing
I'm
light
saying, and
bulbs.
just comprehend how stupid that was. I'm just kidding.
Would you guys rather be
I like
like
besides
7'4" or like 4'5"?
7'4".
Yeah, 7'4".
They would both be excruciating, but 7'4"
Dude, yeah,
would
both
just
of
be way
those would
cooler.
suck.
4,
There's like a
5.
certain kind of height,
That's a
bro,
midget.
where it's
That's
like.
a midget.
Oh yeah, like Shane's already there. Like
No, but imagine Shane, but
You're
like
not
2
fitting
feet
it
no,
taller.
I'm saying
like a foot
he's
taller.
dude. I feel like 6'8", 6'9" is when girls start to be like, all right, you got to be a certain type of girl to like a 6'8" or 6'9" dude. Like I'm just being honest.
Yeah, you
A
gotta be
lot
freak-
of girls that
you
I've
gotta be a
heard have
little
been like,
freaky spinner, would you? I mean,
Yo.
I need to make some cuts after, you know.
You keep all this in.
no, we're all friendly here. You know,
It's
look,
all in.
they call me the big teddy bear. Like seriously,
Who calls you that?
Yeah,
A lot
who
of
the
people.
fuck calls you that?
I give the best hugs. I really do.
This is turning into just a big thing about Shane's height. You know, I tried to talk about aliens and we went back to how fucking tall he is.
Mr. Prophet.
Do you think aliens would look more like humans or more like the stereotypical aliens?
Honestly, neither. I don't know what the hell
Dude, they could be balls moving through the air.
Have you seen like the
Yeah, like they would just be some insane shit, dude. Just
Yeah,
undescribable.
Because they like we
Right?
we think it's all normal, but we're just used to we all look the same like humans wise. You know what I mean? We never seen like an actual outside.
I mean, I know
force.
you look like something fucking else, dog. You ain't look like no human.
Yeah, I
I'll tell you that
appreciate it,
one.
man. Thanks, but you know, now I'm off track. Thanks, but you know we've seen a lot of different people. And I don't. Yeah, you
What?
you ruined my train. Oh god. But somebody else say something. I'm on my course right now.
Bro.
Yeah.
I feel like alien. What do you think aliens drive
nothing?
besides
They
spaceships?
probably fly.
Like, why do they fly spaceships?
Well,
Why not anything
you
else?
have to get
if
through
they're
space,
aliens?
bro. What are you talking about? Like,
No, like, what if it's like
I
a
feel like
space?
that requires a
What
lot
if it's
of
like a
context.
space
Like,
fucking, you know?
How you want them to travel through space?
like how
Without
else would you
spaceship.
do it?
What if they just fly themselves? They're just their body
That's what I'm
just.
saying.
Well, I feel like to
That's
answer
why-
that
Alright,
question, we
hey,
have to answer like what kind of vehicle
Here's a
should
quick
we have.
poll. Have you guys ever seen a space movie where they just fucking fly through space without any spaceships?
What is that?
You just
A
admitted.
space movie doesn't describe how aliens are, though.
I mean, like, doesn't Superman do that though?
That's
Can't he do that?
Yeah, exactly. What
only
if
Superman. though.
alien?
Only Superman. Who else can do that?
We don't even know what
I
it is.
mean, other people from the Marvel
Superman could-
universe. I feel like
Superman could just exist.
Can't
He's not
they?
even in the Marvel universe, dog.
not the other DC whatever.
Oh, Mark.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Also, y'all know these are made up characters, right?
He was talking about
How
movies.
do you know
though.
that? How do you know
He
that?
Maybe
said
we're made up.
movies. He said movies.
How do you know that?
No, Superman's made up.
How do you know they're made up?
Maybe we're made up.
We are.
Exactly.
How do you know they're made up, bro?
I'm saying we've never really seen Superman. I would love to though.
Mark, you want another one?
Sure.
I'll take
This
mine.
is Dante's first time ever taking a nice little 5 milligram edible. Nothing big, you know.
That's just nowhere near true.
The cat is
Sorry.
I don't know if I hear, but
Sorry, Shane just condescending af.
No.
If we get it, you taller than everybody in the house. It's good.
Yeah, I'm too tall, man.
We
I'm
get
too
it,
tall.
dog.
You know, it'd be kind of fire. What if you like got one of these or like a seltzer, and then you dropped hell of these in there, and it'd be like getting you high and drinking.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be kind of gross.
it is.
Dude, the butter probably goes into like the drink.
That sounds nasty.
All right, well, that means I'm taking a nice little bong for the cameras while you guys are still talking, so continue talking about it.
I'm down to do that as well. If you actually, I brought myself.
Is this? Does this
I just wanna
normally
say,
happen
so-
on
But what were we?
You know, a lot of people nowadays,
A
a lot of people nowadays smoke backwoods joints,
Exactly.
and you know, my thing is, bongs. Number one, they smack you. They get you so high so quick, and number two, they save weed because you're packing such little amounts in the bowl. Like, dude, I know people that buy eighths and just roll it up in one blunt and it's gone instantly. You know, I get an eighth and it makes me I can make it last 2 weeks if I want to, depending on how much I smoke.
It's definitely the most. You know,
And
Has an
it's-
eighth ever lasted you 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I
when
feel
I'm.
like it does most of the time.
I'm good.
Yeah, I would say about a week and a half. It
Yeah.
usually like an eighth lasts. I mean, so I
It's
don't know
gotta
that.
take fat
But a
rates.
lot, I can
Super fat, too.
understand why a lot of people like, you know, for instance, Jake probably told that he's not a big fan of the bongs anymore.
That used to be the only thing, but I don't know. It just gets me too fucking faded every time now. You know.
Dante, you can probably relate too. It gets you pretty high, you know. I don't know if you ever smoked bongs before, but
I mean, I've never really noticed a difference. I don't know. I don't really smoke with anyone. I smoke a lot, but I don't really smoke anymore at all. Honestly. Different phase of my life.
I also
Mark,
say
do you?
that.
You know, actually, I would say not in a bad way, but I was probably the reason that Mark was smoking back in the day, right, Mark?
Started smoking.
I feel like
Yeah.
you were the reason
I mean-
everyone was.
I mean, that's a good point too.
Yeah.
But the first time I
The
smoked was
reason
with
why I
Jake.
did- Wait.
It was with you
Oh,
and,
with,
and
with
some
the-
other dudes.
Yeah.
But then Shane was just that influence, you know. On everyone.
Did you grow up in the same place as them?
Yeah, all the same place.
All from
Exactly.
the Bay.
Dubbe.
Great times back in the Bay. We used to go to Shane's house. We used to sneak into this pavilion. Like,
That's probably a good thing to talk about. How did you guys meet Shane?
How did we meet Shane?
Yeah.
Dude, I met Shane in fucking kindergarten. So I was like literally like an infant.
Both were. Yep.
And I don't know how
Wanna
a lot of
Creek.
these people met him.
I met-
I met Shane in 6th grade.
I met both these guys in middle school.
Yeah.
Cause I lived in Wanna Creek from like kindergarten until when I was born until like 3rd grade, and then moved to Concord. But I still finished out all the way up until middle school I finished all the way up until high school in Wanna Creek. So I went to elementary school and middle school in Wanna Creek,
I didn't know that.
and then that's when I switched to Clinton Valley, and that's how I know you and you know a bunch of other people. I went to high school out there.
Oh,
See-
you would've played.
So you didn't go to Aboveview?
No, I didn't go to anywhere, so I didn't know anyone. When I moved to Clinton Valley, I was basically starting over. You know.
Damn. How was
And-
that?
You know, it was. It wasn't that bad because honestly, you know, like I said, I lived out there since 3rd grade, so I did sports out there. I went to church out there, you know, and like I knew some people, but not only that, I just like I'm a pretty social person,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty easy. Like it's easy for me to make friends. So for me, it wasn't that bad. But for instance, you know, I can totally see why it is hard for people to go to new schools and make new friends, especially
100%.
if it's you're not the most social person, you know, and you're a little more.
Especially freshman year.
More
bro. That's
introverted.
a rough ass year.
Yeah, no, it really, especially coming, you know, from middle school. It's like you only know your elementary and middle school friends. That's all you know.
Do you remember having like any kind of like process of making friends? Like, was there a way you went about it? Like, was it a conscious thing or did you just meet people?
It was just more like a conscious thing, you know. I joined like this thing called Public Service Academy freshman year,
That was in it.
and yeah, you were in it, and you know, so I met a lot of people through there. Like I said, I was in marching band and jazz band. I was in like some activities, so that definitely helped out a lot.
I didn't know you were in jazz band.
Yeah, I was in jazz. Well, you know, I've been in jazz band since like 6th grade,
Hey.
so
We all did band.
yeah, we
Did
all
you do band all the way through?
I did band all the way from 5th grade till
No, through high school. I mean,
yeah, from 5th grade all the way till high school. Or sorry, 12th grade.
did you do marching band 12th
I
grade?
did marching band freshman and sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
Martian band.
Yeah, I could see myself doing jazz band. Like I almost tried out for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I
Marching
mean,
band, I never really appealed.
We've
to
all
me.
been playing music since we've been super young.
Shane used to do a lot of inappropriate things in the band room. We don't have to name them, but a lot
Like
of
what?
inappropriate things.
I think we should name them.
There was like a bass drum, and I remember one day, I look back
Oh,
and Shane's like, "Hey Jake, I'm about to stick my dick in the bass drum," and he just sticks his dick in the bass drum.
That sounds really
What grade
Nasty
is this?
shit.
I don't know, dude, but it was WCI, Miss Zegas Brown.
Yeah, probably like 6th, 7th grade. Yeah, you know.
Question. So in order for him to do that, he would have had to be on the other. Like he would have had to be behind the kit, right?
Yeah, he was. He was like the percussion. All the percussion was in the back.
Very back.
And
So
he used to just literally fuck around back there. And then I was
It
in the back row.
That's kind of dope that you were by
The grass
yourself.
was in the back row, and I used to be in the back row, and Shane would always fucking whisper at me, and I'd always look back and get in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
And Shane would never get in trouble,
You'd
and I would get in
because
trouble.
he'd be turning around, I'd still be looking forward.
It didn't make any sense.
What did you play?
Trumpet.
Oh. What did you play, Mark?
I played
Sax,
I
right?
played clarinet first, and then
Badass
sax.
alto right here.
I played like alto and then tenor, and after that I played percussion.
Do you guys
Timpani, and I was in jazz.
Do you guys
band, too.
remember? Do you guys remember that one girl in our class that would always have like those laugh attacks?
Yeah, I do
Is that
remember
even
that. She'd laugh for like minutes.
She would just start laughing, and everybody would be like, "What the fuck?"
how was it
And she
laughing?
wouldn't stop laughing.
I remember one guy,
Dylan?
Dylan. He said he forgot to breathe, bro. He was reading a book.
Do you remember that,
Reading a
Shane?
book.
Shane, do you remember that when Dylan forgot to breathe, and he just fell over?
I do not remember that.
Dude, this guy just wasn't. He was too busy sticking his dick in shit back in the percussion.
Me, dog. I was in my own world back there.
When she was about to call 911, right, Mark?
Yeah,
She was like, literally, call 9, and then he gets up, he's like, "I'm sorry, I forgot to breathe." And we're just
I
like,
think she
"What?"
sent him to the office right
Well,
after.
mind you,
I mean,
this
yeah.
is the same kid, you know, and we're not talking shit. I'm like, I'm sorry he had to go through this, but he also got ran over by a car in elementary school.
He did.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And you know he broke his back
He
and everything. So you know,
brought-
I mean, obviously, you know, that probably is something to do with it.
He brought,
Do you think the fact they got ran over by a car had anything
Was
to
that
do
before
with
or after
the
that,
fact they
though?
stopped?
I would say, what the fuck?
I feel like that was in high
You
school.
can see this for the camera. This man just put ash in a grinder.
The ashtrays up with that.
Any of you people that smoke out there, no, that's not the way to do
I
it.
put it on the table. What you mean? You're welcome.
Bill, you know we have an ashtray right there, dog.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying.
You were yelling at him like 24 hours ago for ashing stuff on the table.
You said what?
I said, weren't you yelling at him like 24 hours ago for ashing shit on the table?
Exactly.
That's crazy, huh?
dude.
Yeah, so why would
ash
you
shit
put in
in
an
a
ashtray?
grinder.
How are you gonna do that? It's crazy.
It's all the way over there. You see it?
I could have, dude. You know how easy I could reach that?
I grab it. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm also.
Dude, I remember Dylan.
I was gonna say back to Dylan.
Show and tell, right? It was show and tell back in the day.
Yeah.
Fool brings his metal bars that were in his legs after he got ran over. He's like, "You want to touch him?" And everyone's like, "No."
No thanks,
These are in
man.
my legs.
No
Like,
thanks.
I don't want to touch your rebar and attached inside of your bones. Have you guys ever had to go through any type of like surgery like that or anything? I don't know.
I've never
Nothing
broken
like
a
that.
bone.
I just want my
Luckily.
bones
I've never
pressed
been hit
back
by a
in
car.
place.
I hope so. Phil's been hit by a car.
Yeah.
When did you get hit by a car?
So I was.
He was riding his bike
Huh?
on the wrong side of the street.
But I was,
What was
I was
that?
on the
Dude, maybe
sidewalk
I
on
will.
my fixie. I had it for a
Maybe
week.
you
And I
don't
was really
I
happy
will.
about it. And
Don't
then I
worry.
got hit
Is
by a car.
that was in LA?
No, that was up in the Bay. It was. I think I was 15, I think. Or no, I was 16. Yeah. It was my junior year, right after summer, and I basically was going on the wrong side of the road, as he said, right on the left side, and somebody pulled out the part. But look, I'm on the street though. I'm on the sidewalk, right?
Oh, that's
And
better,
then-
right?
Yeah. And then
Well, then why does it matter if you're going against traffic on the
It
sidewalk?
would
It
be
shouldn't
better if you're
matter.
in the sidewalk.
No,
bus.
yeah, exactly. They trust me. You're on the road going against the cars, right?
Yeah.
And somebody out of nowhere just pulled out of the parking lot, and just destroyed me.
Like onto the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yes, dude,
Are you good?
I
What
was fine.
happened?
I got launched off the bike, right? But see, I had hair like similar to this, but like a little shorter, so I had like a little protection on my head, and I got like some scratches on my arms and stuff. But the bike was the worst part. That was the worst part. I had that bike for exactly 7 days. I was really happy because the one before that right, got stolen. So I was upset about that. I'm like, okay, I finally saved up enough money for a bike, and I bought one. And then that happened 7 days later.
I also remember this dude.
Oh,
I had a nice ass bike, right?